Hello everyone. Now in this lecture we will know about the concept that one is a variable under the C programming. What exact the variable is? Variable is a simple term, is a storage place which has some memory allocated to it. If we want to store something and we want to access it, we need a memory on a computer, right? That is simply the variable is a space in that we stored our data. That is, we can say that this is the variable memory, and the variable name is considered as a, right? Variable name is a. Then we stored some value under the a, that is this memory is allocated for that data, and the name for this memory is a. That is, we can say that the variable means it's a variable name, and variable have its memory, right? That one is simply the variable. Then what exact the use of variable? If we want I want to store the 10 value in a memory location, or it may be I want to use the 10 value, then I want to store it in some variable. Then I can access that variable, and I will just to manipulate the value, or it may be use that variable value for my logic. That is simply the variable. In a simple term, is a storage place. Which variable is a storage place, has some memory allocated, memory is allocated to it. Basically a variable used to store some form of a data. Why it's called as a form of a data? Because of a contains an integer value, it may be a 2. A contains again a character value, it may be a. Then particular a contains a float value 1.2, or it may be the different type of a data value. We can say that one is just some form of a data, that is different type of a data, integer, float, character. That one is we can store. Different type of variable require a different amount of a memory. If I want to store the integer 2, it needs a consider as a 2 byte. It's again a depend on your operating system or the compiler. Then 2 or 4 byte for the integer. Float have the 8 or 4 or 8 byte. Then the character need a 1 byte. That is simply the as per the data type, it needs a memory size. If we define a as an integer, then it needs a 2 byte of a size of a memory. If I define the particular variable a as a character, then it need a 1 byte, right? 1 byte of a memory. That one is simply the way we use the variable and variable memory. Different amount of memory and have some specific set of operation which can be applied on them. Then we will know about the different type of operation in upcoming lectures. Then how we declare the variable under the C programming. Typically a variable declaration is of the form, that is the type means a data type means integer, float, then it may be a character, right? Integer means a integer value, float means a float value, character means a single character, right? That is the type. Then variable name, it may be a, it may be the ABC, it may be your name is a variable name. A variable name can consist of alphabets, both upper and lower case. We can define the particular variable, like we can define the variable like a int. Then ABC is a variable, or it may be a itself a variable, or it may be the capital A small b is a variable, right? That's why both upper and lower case is a case sensitive. Numbers and the underscore, we can mention a underscore AB, or it may be a underscore A2 is a variable, right? Is a combination. The particular variable name is cannot start with a number. We cannot define 2a is a variable name. We cannot define 2a is a variable. We can define a2 is a variable name. We can define underscore a2 is a variable name. We can define underscore 2a is also a variable name. But with the starting with a number, we cannot define the variable name. Right? That is simply the rules. However, the name must not start with the number. That is the rule to define the variable under the C programming. Difference between the variable declaration and the definition. If we declare the variable, that one is simply the we will go with the one code, example code, and then we can easily understood about what exact we need to store this file as .c one, or maybe a first .c. Because of this one is a C coding, I want to run this code with cd cpp programs, then gcc, then the program name, that one is now this one is simply the way to run the code. That one is the gcc program name.c. It's a compilation process. Now the ./a, it gives output as a. Now we will know about the program of a C, that is hash include. I already explained you in a previous lectures. You can refer that lecture what exact this stdio.h is. Now this char is the type. This char is a type, data type. This is the variable name. Variable data type is a char. Means in this we can store the character. We can store the, this is the memory location, 1 byte memory location, because of the A123 is the variable name of a type is a char. That's why it's one byte of memory location, and it stores the a value, right? This is simply the use of variable, and then this memory is computer memory. Now declaration and definition of variable. This is the only a declaration. If we want to declare it only, this is the declaration. And definition, this one is a declaration and definition. Means when we initialize the value to a variable, that's called the definition, and it's only we define a char and the variable name, then the declaration. That is the basic difference. Now this is also both declaration and definition as a P. That one is a memory and assign some garbage value. This is also defining some value. When we define a B, it allocate the memory. Variable size, variable name is a B, and the type is a float. Means we can store the float value like a 1.2. Here is no define this variable, only a declare, but by default it contains some garbage value, right? If we not define, that's why here mention of both the declaration and definition without defining, because of it defines some garbage value. Because of that memory is used, it already contains some value. If we initialize here something, then it replace with the existing value. That is simply the way. Then multiple declaration and definition, that one is int underscore c comma underscore d45, then comma e. These are the integer variable. Means one we just to mention the single data type, and sequentially with a comma we can define a multiple declaration of a variable. Let us print the variable, that is a123. This is the way to print the value of a variable. That one is a printf, then in a double quote with the %c. Why the %c? Because of this is the character. If it is an integer, then it run with the %d. I will explain you in detail in an upcoming lecture about this also. Now it prints a value, that is a c value. C contains a character, that's why here it prints a, right? This is simply the explanation about the variable, means what use of variable, and how to define the variable name. or the how to mention the variable name. Then rule for defining a variable can have alphabet, digit and underscore. Variable name can start with alphabet and underscore only, not a number, right? No white space is allowed within the variable name. We cannot mention a variable name like AB space CD. It's not a variable. AB is a separate and CD is separate. You can mention like this AB CD, right? That one is a variable name, but with this white space is not allowed. A variable name must not be any reserved word or keyword, like particular C programming contains some keyword like char is a data type, character data type. We cannot mention the char as a data type, again the char as a variable. We cannot mention. Char is a existing keyword, we can say that under the C. That's why we cannot use like a main is a main function under the C. We cannot use a variable name as a main, right? In the next lecture we will know about the different type of keywords under the C programming. This is simply the basic explanation about the how, what exact the variable is, how to initialize it, how to declare it, then how to define the variable name with a different type of rules. Thank you.